What do you do when you're branded? Well, you fight for your name. He was innocent. Not a charge was true. But the world would never know. Branded, scorned as the one who ran. What do you do when you're branded and you know you're a man? Wherever you go for the rest of your life, you must prove you're a man.
Sheriff should have tried to outdraw me. Deputy? You want to try your luck?
You know he hasn't got a chance against you. But I have. Your kind always riding into town, killing one sheriff after the next.
Now, look, lady, I don't know who you are.
Well, I know who you are. Joe Latigo. Your father killed my husband.
Now, I can draw and kill you before you can pull that trigger. And just 'cause you're a woman, don't think I won't.
You've done enough damage already. Leave it the way it is.
So we got a hero in Silverton. All right. You want to make it a double funeral?
Mister, we sure could use you around here. A sheriff to keep Silverton safe for our wives and children. Right, gentlemen?
Yeah. No, thanks. I'm just passing through. Sheriff Baker was a good friend of mine. He wrote and told me that bright minds in the high country could use an engineer. That's where I'm heading.
Well, if you're a friend of Dave Baker's, that's mighty good recommendation to be sheriff here.
Hey, wait a minute, Mr. Trent. I'm next in line for that job.
You stood in line too long when you were called out, Tomlin. You missed your chance. What about it, mister?
You'd pin a badge on a man you just met? How do you know I'd be any good?
You're good, all right. You beat him to the draw, and Joe Latigo's fast, real fast. Well, you'll do just fine.
Well, thanks anyway, but I'm heading for the high country.
Now, hold on. You could make a lot more money if you stayed around here. As chairman of the Citizens Committee, I'm prepared to offer you $20 a day in gold if you'll stay here and be our sheriff.
$20 a day?
That's right. And don't you forget that Brighton mine is a fair piece back in the hills, so you're going to need a pack mule and a few weeks of supplies.
Well, look, I'm still passing through, but if you'd like, I'll stay on long enough to earn the price of that pack mule and supplies. Say, 2 weeks?
Then it's a deal. Mr.
McCord.
McCord. Well, at least we'll certainly sleep easy for a couple of weeks anyway.
Some of you get that man out of here. Deputy, see about Baker, huh?
Yes, sir.
Is Sheriff Baker a relative, miss?
No. But the sheriff before him was my husband. He was shot down the same way by that man's father.
I'm sorry.
Why? This is not your town, not your problem. Why did you take that job?
I need the money.
So for the price of a mule and some food, you're going to give up your life, too?
Well, I don't figure it that way.
Well, you will. Dave Baker was the third sheriff to be killed here in less than a year. They all thought they were too fast to die, even my husband. But they did. And now Joe Latigo's father or some of his friends will be after you. And so will every other gunman looking for a quick reputation. It's one big game, like a turkey shoot. That's all a sheriff is in this town. Just target practice.
No guns will be worn in... Well, I'd feel plumb naked without it. If he wants mine, he's going to have to come and get it.
That's just how I feel. I think I'll go in and tell this sheriff he's starting out on the wrong foot. Sheriff? I read your sign. You print real good. But you went to an awful lot of trouble just for a joke.
If you're still wearing that gun in 1 hour, you'll find out it's no joke.
Bud Lee, the dealer over at the saloon, he thought it was real funny. He said if you want his gun, you'll have to come and get it. And you might like to know, Sheriff, Bud was a good friend of Joe Latigo, the man you killed.
1 hour, mister.
Sure getting a big laugh out of that sign.
Yeah, I know. If you want to stay in town, you've all got 1 hour to deliver your guns to my office. Otherwise, they'll be taken away.
Maybe you better take Bud's first. He asked you to. He's fast, Sheriff.
All right, turn around and put your hands in the bar. Turn around. Tomlin, get his gun.
No gut, Sheriff? Isn't a man entitled to a fair draw in this town anymore?
I drew against you before I came in.
That's a lily-livered way to enforce the law.
It kept you from making a mistake, and it saved the town the expense of burying you. That's my idea of law enforcement.
Kind of thought there'd be a shooting, Sheriff.
It takes 2 guns for that, Mueller. Let's have yours. The rest of you still have an hour.
You ain't gonna last as long as the others, McCord. There's more where that came from. That's a direct challenge, Sheriff. You think you can meet it?
I'll meet it. Wonder this I gotta say. Did Latigo tack that up himself?
I don't know.
Some crowd. I didn't know we had that many people in Silverton.
We don't. Most of them came in when they heard Latigo challenge him. Took the day off to see the fight. Be along soon.
Well, you tell them to move down the street. It'll be safer there. And they won't miss a thing.
Bill Latigo ain't no punk gunman like his son. He's got a lot of notches to his record. And he's probably the fastest guy in the territory.
Aren't they all?
The sheriff wants you to move away from the office. He says you won't miss any of the action. I wouldn't wait too long. There's Latigo.
Let's get out of here. Come on.
Let's go. Do some action. McCord!
Sheriff, it's me, Latigo. Come on out. Where'd he go?
Sorry, Latigo. I guess the sheriff went out the back way.
Up here. Tomlin, get his gun. You'll probably find another one in his saddlebag.
Sheriff, did anybody ever tell you you're just plain yellow?
Tomlin, get his gun.
I ain't the first one that ever called your sheriff yellow. You know who he is? You ever see that broken saber he carries? You know how he got it? The army gave it to him when they kicked him out for being a coward. He's Jason McCord, Yellowtail from Bitter Creek.
Deputy, his guns.
That boy you killed, he was real fast. I taught him all he knew. Is this the way you trick him, my son? You're kind of chicken-livered too, Deputy. You better pay a lot of attention to your boss. Maybe you can step up and be another gutless wonder like he is when he goes. Because he's going.
Latigo, drop your gun or ride out of town. One or the other right now.
Your stinking reputation has given this town a stinking reputation. Now, do you get out, or do we throw you out? You got my gun, but I figure I don't need one to take care of a yellowtail like you. You see that? A Sunday punch. There ain't nothing as yellow as a Sunday puncher.
That's what Latigo said, Mr. Trent. We got a coward for a sheriff.
I figure McCord is only tough if he's got the drop on a man and he's standing behind him.
Could be right.
Now that I think back on that first day, McCord's gun was clear of the letter before Latigo started to draw.
Pow! 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 Pow, you're dead! Aw, you snuck up on me. That ain't no way. Sure it. It's McCord's way.
McCord. Well, now that we all know about your Army record, it's abundantly clear why you refuse to face up to these gunmen that ride into Silverton.
Have there been any killings since I put this badge on?
Well, no, but...
Well, isn't that why you hired me?
We expected you to take a stand against these killers, to deal out some of their own medicine. But now they all know that you're just plain scared. It's going to be worse than ever for us. We do have our pride, McCord.
Pride in what? Are you proud of losing more lawmen than any town in the territory? Well, if that's it, Trent, you can forget it. I plan to stay alive.
You can bet on that. He lost his whole company at Bitter Creek, and he's kept alive.
Gentlemen, I called this meeting so that Deputy Tomlin could tell you about this note.
Yeah? From Latigo. He says he's coming to town tonight for a showdown with McCord. And this time he wants a fair fight.
Well, gentlemen, you back me up. I think I can assure Latigo he'll get what he's looking for. I'm fed up with McCord's way. Another challenge, McCord. Are you going to answer it?
I'll answer it.
Mr. McCord, I just heard.
Yes, Mrs. Kendall. Seems everybody does.
Well, if you won't fight, I've been authorized by the Citizens Committee to dismiss you without pay.
Look, Mr. Trent, I have a written contract signed by you.
All right, you get yourself a lawyer and you take me to court. But I want that badge. You brought enough disgrace to it, and to us.
You're wrong, Mr. McCord. I don't like to say it, but...
Oh, say what you don't like to say, Mrs. Kendall.
There's some time when you just have to face up to a killer.
Why? Does a killer deserve some kind of special courtesy?
But the children, look what you're teaching them. To be sneaks and cowards.
I'm trying to teach them respect for the law. And the law says before a man dies, at least he gets a trial. And these two-bit gunmen are setting themselves up as judge and jury. Now, look, if that's the way you want it, you can have this badge. And this town.
McCord. Waiting on you, McCord.
Let it go. This way, one of us has to die. Now, that doesn't have to be. I'm leaving Silverton right now. As far as I'm concerned, you can tell everybody you ran me out.
It's you I'm wanting, McCord. You can't talk yourself out of this one.
Great work, McCord. What you said in there, let's forget it.
Forget a murder?
He drew first, that's not murder. Now that you've proven you can stand up to a man like that, why not stay on as sheriff?
No, thank you. I'll leave that to Tomlin. He can put on your shows for you. As for your children, Silverton can look forward to a fine crop of quick-draw killers.
It's not true.
No? Well, look at your boy. Look at him.
Wow! That's how I got you!
When he's old enough for a real gun, maybe he'll kill most of those kids. Then he'll wait around until somebody with a faster gun kills him.
Here's the money we owe you, Mr. McCord. We all feel that you deserve a bonus for standing up to Latigo.
truth. Branded, that's not the way to die. What do you do when you're branded? Can you live with a lie?